It has been quite some time since I did anything like this, and I thought it was about time that I finally started to show off some of the games and systems in my collection. So I'm going to dedicate a video per system, and I'm going to show you the system and the games that I have in my collection for that system. Going to start off so nice and easy, just to get me in the swing of things, with my PS Vita collection. I only got this system about 6-7 months ago. I wanted this for quite some time, but the price had always turned me off it until about 7 months ago, when I found a seller on my local Things for Sale Facebook group. I found someone selling a PS Vita for 65 quid, so I just snapped them up on it. It does have a scratch in the middle of the screen. It's not too visible. It is visible slightly when you're playing games, but I ain't going to cry about it for 65 quid. I've not spent an awful lot of time on this. It has a massive library of games, and I only have 4 of them. Or 4. I don't know what's going on with my thumb there. I don't even think he knows. Yes, 4 games in my library so far. The main reason for that is the price point on these games is horrendous. Obviously the system and the platform is discontinued at this point, and the games seem to be holding their value much like Nintendo games do for one reason or another. But the time I have spent with this system, it's a very, very impressive bit of hardware. The graphics on this are really, really great. The touchscreen is significantly better than on the 3DS, and the touchpad at the back of the system is a really unique and interesting idea. I've only seen one game, which we'll talk about shortly, use it in a decent way, or a half decent way at least, but I'm sure there's got to be other games out there that really utilise that control function. So I'm going to try and speed through these. There's only 4 games, but for the rest of the series we're talking about other systems. I will get around to the 360 collection video again. As you can see, there's quite a lot of games, and I don't want to spend too long talking about each game. Game number 1 in my PS Vita collection, Little Big Planet, PS Vita. Catchy name, just add the fucking system name at the end of it. I suppose worked for Mario 64, didn't it? Not played this one yet. Haven't found the time to play this one. I thoroughly enjoyed the first Little Big Planet on the PS3 and the PSP. Never got a chance or got around to playing Little Big Planet 2 or 3. I do look forward to playing this one and spending a little bit more time with the series. This next game was my first PS Vita game, and it really sold me on the system. It's the most immersive experience I've ever had with this game, and it is Minecraft PS Vita edition. Now, I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan in the world. I do quite enjoy playing it. I like playing it, I like to say, properly. I'm not a big fan of creative mode. I really quite like survival. PS Vita version of this game, one, has the coolest fucking artwork on any system. The Xbox, it's too kidified and all green. This looks like it's in the Nether, and it's fucking cool. I don't know how to describe it, but the depth of, not the depth of field, the scale, the screen resolution really suits the game well, and having it in the palm of your hand works brilliantly. Really, really smooth experience, and I much prefer playing it on the Vita to what I do on the Xbox One. I've never played it on the PC, believe it or not. So, Minecraft PS Vita edition. Next, we have another game which I already own and have already finished a ton of times actually, but I'm very impressed with this version, and that is Borderlands 2. Let's just wipe the dust off that. Yes, Borderlands 2 for the PS Vita. Again, incredibly immersive. There are some things I don't like too much about the controls on this, and that's the back touchpad of the actual console itself. You use the touchpad to melee attack your enemies, and it's quite annoying when you're trying to sprint or you're running away from things and your fingers go wild at the back of the device. I don't know if you ever noticed. If you played PS Vita, you probably have. But for me, at least, I'll be playing away and I'll just itch a finger or something and tap the device, and all of a sudden you just punch in thin air. So it doesn't work so great. But for a handheld port, it holds up really, really well. Graphically, it's not as impressive as the console or PC version, but it is fucking stunning nonetheless. Really, really great game. And lastly, number 4 in my PS Vita collection. I hadn't played this until about half an hour ago. I put the Vita on, got very, very minimal battery, started playing this just for the sake of this video, truthfully, and I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. I was incredibly surprised. Now, I wanted to play the game anyway, and I thought I was going to enjoy it, but it took me by surprise. I think I'm going to be putting a fair amount of hours into it. But the game is Tearaway, or Tearaway? Yeah, Tearaway. Tearaway sounds better though. Now, I'll be damned if I know what the fuck is going on in this game right now. But the graphics are incredibly unique. It's visually stunning. It makes fantastic use out of the console's camera, touchscreen, back touchpad. The controls are incredibly innovative. Innovative? I somehow put a D in that there. Don't listen to this ginger-haired buffoon. But yeah, I had a really fun time on it. I'm definitely going to be sinking some more hours into this. I think there's a sequel to this as well, so hopefully if I put a few more hours into this, I might have to pick up the sequel, providing it's not too expensive. As I said at the beginning of the video, decent PS Vita games seem to hold their value around 20 to 40 quid, which is a real shame. That's it for my PS Vita collection. Short and sweet this time. I'm going to start with my smaller collections, so we can probably expect either SNES or Dreamcast, or maybe even Saturn next. And we'll work our way up to the larger collections. In reality, I don't have that many games. There is well over 1,000 on the shelves though. And we will explore digital libraries at some point as well. But for now, just to get me in the swing of things, that's the PS Vita collection. Cheers guys, hope you've enjoyed.